Hey, so I wanted to do a little bit of a deep dive into Later and how to use it. And one of the things that I first want to do actually is we have a bunch of posts that are scheduled during and throughout the week. And right now it's all white. But I wanted you to go to here and click that generate best times to post. Now this has already been done, so you don't need to do it if it's already been done. But after a while, it will come out with these pink boxes, which are the best times to post. So if you're posting a story, then I suggest you put them in the pink boxes. So if I go over to Corsac, my other account, we can see an example of this actually. So if I go back to here, and actually I go back to Instagram, you can see that we have all these pink boxes. Well, those pink boxes are the best times to post as defined by the analytics or the algorithms that were ran by Later and Instagram. So I really suggest you, if you have a post, put it in the pink boxes if they show up. But going back to Dancing Nomads, we're going to talk a little bit about analytics. So you could already see that the pink boxes are showing up, and you should put all your posts within those pink boxes. But other than that, we want to go take a look at analytics today, which is something that I really wanted to do with you for a while. You see that our growth rate is actually awesome. It's 6%, the growth of 10 followers. And the impressions and the reach has been good. So that's something that I really want to focus on right now, is the impressions and the reach, because that means that more people, we have more eyeballs on these posts, which gives us a better chance of gaining followers and having people know who we are, which is the most important thing. So followers come second, people knowing who we are, increasing the impressions and the reach is the most important. So all these things are cool. The profile views and website clicks. I'll probably do another video of that at another point, but we can see that they have this best performing post, which let's click on it and let's see what it is. So that's really cool. So this is kind of the stuff that our viewers really like. This is kind of the content that we like, so we should make content that's similar to that. This quote did really well at 34.6% engagement rate, some likes, 44 likes, so that's quite a lot of likes for us right now, and 2 saves, which is awesome. So let's take a look at the audience. And so we're just going to go through the tags right now, and audience by gender, audience by age, and where are they coming from. So pretty interesting that we have some people from Russia seeing our stuff. That's pretty cool. So that's really, like, the follower online activity count is a really cool thing, because we see when our followers are actually online. So for example, on Sundays from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. we have 46 followers online. So that's probably the best time to actually schedule a post, for example. Now let's go to post performance. So this is something that I really wanted to show you, because it shows us all the likes of our post, the comments, the impressions, the reach, and saves. And LinkedIn bio, which I'll talk about in another video. I haven't really quite figured that out yet, but I'm doing some research on it, and I'll show you what that is. But I think for now, 7 days is cool, but we really want to look at the 1 month, because that gives us a more average kind of feel for what are the posts that are really performing. So if you look here, this is a video, and we can't play this video, but we could see that there's a 14.1 engagement rate. We have 700 impressions, and it reached 621 people, and 22 likes and 3 saves, which is awesome. Having some saves is good, because apparently the Instagram algorithm will show more videos with more saves. So that's pretty much it. So looking at these analytics, it looks like this, for example, this post, this this quotes, it really resonated with quite a lot of people, and it got about almost 700 impressions, a reach of almost 530, and 23 likes, 2 saves, 1 comment. So that's awesome. We want more of that. So we want to make more content that's like that. So this is really useful in giving us an idea of what kind of content that we would really want to make. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like we can sort this, or can we? Oh, we can sort it. So we can sort the engagement here. So we want to sort by engagement, because we want to find the posts that are engaged with most. So it looks like the quotes here are what, and the video is what is engaged with the most. And the last thing, we can also look at story performance. I haven't done much stories, but it looks like the stories are doing really well as well, because we're getting replies, we're reaching some people, there's some impressions. If you look at the 1 month, this post here is actually doing really well. So we should keep doing posts like these. These dance videos, I mean, they did well. People watched most of it, but it looks like it didn't do as well as these ones here, because people replied to it. And we're engaging with other dance instructors, and they are probably sharing that in their stories as well, which is helping with the engagement. So the last thing is the hashtag analytics. So for this, we want to look at the hashtags that are obviously on the very red side or the pink side. So for example, this Bachata Congress, compared to the other ones that we see here, it has 22 likes, and the median impressions 746. The median reach is 621, which is like 3 times as much as all the other ones, and the median saves is 3. So that's a really good hashtag. We want to use more of that hashtag. So it was only used once though. So of course, if we look down here, we also have some other good ones. So this Breakfast Club one is really good. And these, I would really, for us as a dance application, I would really focus on the ones that are related to a dance. So Breakfast Club isn't exactly targeting dance, because a lot of other things could be Breakfast Club. But Dance Congress, for example, Dance Convention, all these ones are getting really high numbers. So we want to focus on those ones. So we want to use those. So I want to build our posts with hashtags that have big numbers. But let's not focus on 7 days, because 7 days can only tell us so much. Let's look at 1 month. And if you really want to go crazy, look at even 3 months. So if you look at 1 month, it looks like Bachata is really popular with the impressions and the reach. And if we can sort this. So it looks like West Coast Swing, medium impressions, 748. There's all these sorting here, so we want to look at the ones with the most. So this actually really helps us a lot. So if you're gonna make some custom hashtags, we're gonna use all these ones here that have all these high numbers, because they'll help us get more reach of people, which is what we want. We want more reach, we want more impressions. And it looks like these ones are also, the likes are pretty consistent. The ones with the most impression and the reach gives the most likes and the most saves. So that's all I really wanted to go through. If you want to look at 3 months too, you could just do the same thing as I did back in the 1 month. So looks like it's pretty consistent with the hashtag that we're using. So I guess the homework for today, after this, watching this video, is to look at the posts that are really performing well, so that you kind of get the idea of what kind of content your audience wants. Also, we want to take a look at the hashtags. We want to take a look at the 1 month or the 3 month, because they give us a better average of data. And from that, build your custom hashtags of 30 hashtags, because that's the maximum limit for Instagram. So build those 30 hashtags and use them in all of your posts. And if you want to mix it up a bit, try using some of the lower performing ones. I don't know why. Right now, as I'm thinking, I don't know what's a good reason to use the lower performing one, but if it's been overused too much, then if your current like super red, super high performing hashtags are being used too much, you think, then switch over to the ones that are like not average. So like dance coach is pretty average, right? It has medium likes of 10 and impression and reach of just 500 and 400 compared to the other one. So I'd say that's an average performing hashtag. And if you feel like you're just using the popular ones way too much, then use the ones that are average. I wouldn't go near the ones that are like communication that didn't get much reach. Cologne didn't get much reach. And they're not really specific to our targets, which are dancers. So I really want us to focus on the ones that are dance related hashtags and have some average numbers. If they're too low numbers, that probably means that they're not really the hashtags that people use or follow or search for. So the big numbers, and if the big numbers you feel are being overused, use the ones with average numbers. So that's pretty much it for today's video on how to use the analytics with later. This is just my hypothesis of what to do, what makes sense to me, and what we're going to try next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.